here we are at the Bournemouth Air Show, again, 2012. It's a great opportunity. The RAF are here, all the Red Arrows have just finished, and if you take a look over there, you see lots of stalls and various military stalls, and even the Masonic store. So here we are at the Bournemouth Air Show, and it's an ideal opportunity to hand out chemtrail leaflets to the public. We'll even try and chat to some of the RAF to see if they know what's going on, or whether they're brainwashed, or whether they just love it. But there we are, toxic chemicals, poison from the skies, chemtrails. It's an ideal opportunity to do it. Tomorrow we'll be bannering, so good luck. Good luck. Can I leave that with you, please? It's about chemtrails. Have you heard of chemtrails? No. Aircraft related. It's a very bad environmental problem, and the media aren't allowed to report on it, so we're telling people, hello, oh, you got a big plane, nice one. Thank you very much. This is Bournemouth, the day of the Bournemouth Air Festival. I'm just wondering, you're RAF, what do you fly generally?
Well, I don't fly now at all. I used to be a navigator, fly AWACS, latterly in Shackleton to start with.
Right.
But these days I'm in the careers advice world. So.
Well, I can do with a bit of advice actually. I'm a bit confused by this aerial spraying going on today. Can you comment on that?
Ben.
Aerial spraying.
Aerial spraying.
Hey, Mum.
You'll know yourself the difference between the spray up there and the normal cloud. Obviously it's not from the trails from the Red Arrow, they dissipate like a contrail. Can you explain the difference between a contrail and a chemtrail, a chemical trail, like aerial spraying?
I'm not familiar with aerial spraying, to be honest. Not something I've any knowledge of at all.
Really? Yeah. What about you? Have you heard of the aerial spraying that's going on, the weather modification? People know it as chemtrails. Have you heard that expression?
Chemtrail?
Yeah, chemtrails, as opposed to a contrail. But a contrail dissipates after about 30 seconds on average, right? You're a warrant officer, you're a squadron leader, you're a flight lieutenant. You've not noticed the big trails in the sky like that, left by unmasked kind of originating aircraft? You know why they hang around?
Why would you be good for us?
The RAF, the Army, they don't know or they choose not to. How do you feel about this? This is aluminium oxide. The tests have shown it's aluminium oxide, barium salts, and strontium, radioactive strontium.
I think it's interesting because you're kind of asking us questions that you know the answers to already.
Yeah, I'd really like to know how much you know about it. Is it discussed? Do you know how unhealthy it is for the people, how bad it is for the people?
Yeah, probably it's unhealthy as some of the burgers I've eaten around here as well, actually.
This is like tons of aluminium oxide. It causes a lot of respiratory problems.
But the positive thing, I'll tell you what, I mean, that's quite an attractive feature in the sky, I think. See that, you look at that, that's worth it.
I'd like to know why the RAF are allowing these terrorists to spray our skies, not protecting us at all. The RAF is supposed to protect us. It's allowing.
Well, I would say they're made by commercial aircraft.
Generally not. They're usually unmarked
Can you prove that?
We've taken, there's been, the Carnicom Institute has taken all the samples of air and water, soil samples, the aluminium, barium, and strontium levels are through sometimes 1,000 times above what they should be. Say safe level. I don't understand why the RAF hasn't done this recently, why they allow foreign air forces to spray us biological agents in a way, bacteria and fungus and all that.
So what are you after from us? You're kind of very much the leading questions that you're asking.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not in a position, we work for RAF recruiting, so really you need to direct your observations probably like a Ministry of Defence level.
Yeah, they won't comment, they just say they're contrails, they say it's a hoax. But can I at least leave that with you?
Yeah, that's...
a bit more information there. I've got about 50 hours on my YouTube channel, Free Truth Show, about 50 hours of the aerial spraying going on over North. Please take it and get informed, because you may not know about it.
Yeah.
At some point we'd like somebody in the RAF to arrest the top man, because it's not helpful. These people need to go to jail, they're not protecting us, and we need your help. We need your help. And understand how serious this is.
Yeah, I think we do that. Nice to meet you, sir.
Thanks very much. Thank you. Thank you. Cheers, man. Thank you. It's been a mixed day, really. We've been speaking to a lot of the. I've been speaking to a lot of the RAF at the Bournemouth Air Show today, the Bournemouth Air Festival. It's been quite good so far, and yep, still going. Yeah, so it's been quite good. The Bournemouth Air Festival. There's been mixed reactions from the RAF that we've spoken to on the ground. We've handed them chemtrail leaflets, much like this one, and we've spoken to them, and apparently they're not aware that it's happening. And some actually, the Battle of Britain memorial flight was interesting because he genuinely didn't understand the difference between what he's seeing in the sky and contrails, and it hadn't occurred to him that there was something else going on. He seemed quite genuine, Mr. Bear Shaw. Battle of Britain memorial flight. Also spoke to a couple of squadron leaders who just totally denied any knowledge of it going on, and were generally quite dismissive in the end. And in the end, the cadets weren't allowed to take any flyers from me. But in general, I told them that your RAF is run by a criminal element, not working in the best sovereign interest of this country, and why are they allowing this spraying to go on? And hopefully, I said, the RAF are not complicit, but I said most of the people in the RAF and the armed forces in general don't know that it's happening, so I just wanted to share this information with you, etc, etc. And you can make your own mind up about whether you want to stay in the RAF or not. But I did actually say to a squadron leader that we expect you at some point to arrest your superiors for these crimes. And that's what I said, that is what's going to happen. The people are being fed up with being sprayed, actually, I said. So they were very nice, though. I was respectful and informative, and not too, but it's when they were a bit negative, and I suspected they knew what was going on and they were being negative about it. That's when I did say, well, look, we're actually fed up of being sprayed, okay? And so mixed reactions, and positive reactions from a lot of them. A lot of the younger RAF didn't seem to understand or even to hear of chemtrails, so that was good. So it's been quite a good day. Handed out quite a few leaflets, mainly to the armed forces, and we're going to go a bit further along now and give it to the army and stuff like that. Okay, Azuka! Good stuff. Reading, carrying on reading, not throwing away, that's good. Walk past the bin, not throw it away, put in pocket, read later, warn others.
Actually, one of my favourites.
Get some more out here.
Tell me who we're joined by here.
Chemtrails, we're being sprayed, poisoned by military jets spraying heavy metals. There we are. Hello sir, can I leave that with you please? Have you heard of chemtrails?
I haven't.
Aerial spraying, it's going on today actually. Yeah. Thank you very much.
Serious training, because the speeds. Do you reckon that some of the UK's
Bournemouth Air Festival. Oh. Hello sir, can I leave that with you please? Have you heard of chemtrails? Chemtrails, very bad. We have to also stand behind them so long as they know where they're going and they can draft off wherever they want to go.
They did manage to get some amazing speed up when they managed to dodge all those jump distances. So one of my very favourite events today.
Come on, try it.
Hi there, can I leave that with you please? Have you heard of chemtrails? Aerial spraying of the public? Thank you very much. I'm just trying to let people know because the media won't report on it, they're not allowed to. Can I leave one with you? Would you like one, sir? Thank you. Hi there, can I leave that with you please? Alright, thanks. Here we are at Bournemouth Beach for the air show, the Bournemouth Air Festival, and you can see there's another kind of air festival going on up there. That's the chemtrail. I've just seen it laid. He went from there down to there about 1 minute ago, and it's beginning to spread out. You can see that. There we are. Just do a little zoom in there. There we are, and you can see I've just given a couple of leaflets out to people there. And you can see all along there is chemtrail. This whole area here actually is chemtrail, like that. And you can see it kind of puffing out as usual there. People sitting on the beach are being poisoned from the air in the middle of an air show. And you think they want clear skies for their acrobatics and their Messerschmitts and their Spitfires. But here comes a helicopter. Yeah, you'd think they'd want clear skies, but no, obviously not. It's more important to pollute the planet and actually provide any kind of safety for the public. Chinook doing his acrobatics. So there's the Air Force, the Royal Air Force. Not protecting our skies from terrorists poisoning us with chemtrails from aircraft. Unidentified aircraft, usually. And the tests have shown that heavy metals are found in these trails, and soil samples, and water samples, and air samples, and aluminium oxide, barium salts, and strontium, radioactive strontium, along with bacteria and moulds and fungus and polymers and even red blood cells. So there we go. I'm going to hand out some leaflets here.
All that there is homemade cloud. That's what it is.
Yeah, man-made cloud.
Man-made cloud.
That's why I called him over. He knows much more about it than what I do.
Yeah.
There's a lot of it about today, actually. There's one there.
Yeah. All the time. I got the images on my phone. I took them off.
So what do you mean, man-made cloud?
But basically what it is,
The aircraft spray that, and it spans out and forms a bank of cloud.
basically our ozone layers get bigger and bigger and bigger.
A lot of that is chemtrail.
It's not the radiation coming in. Radiation.
That's why they say they may do it in the future, but they don't admit that they're doing it.
Yeah,
we can't get them to admit that they're doing it, even though there's a House of Commons geoengineering report. You know, it's off the scale. It's so
They're betting on it. There's no limit to, I mean, never mind betting on the housing market failing, there's no limit to what they'll bet on. And you mentioned about these corporations involved in shifting the storms around. Do we know which corporations they are?
Well, we know Raytheon is involved with a lot of geoengineering patents. Looks like Hughes Aircraft, they own.
Yep. Here's
the WELSBACH patent, the
yep.
Hughes Aircraft patent, which was designed to specifically spray these metals. But that will be my third film. It will be Who in the Hell is Spraying, where we really investigate. And it's not, there are many corporations, many governments involved in this, and a lot of people making money on it. But initially, this was something that militaries were interested in. And there's a military document, Pat, which I know that you're familiar with. It's called Owning the Weather by 2025. That's the expressed interest of the U.S. military. And controlling the weather, we interviewed Mark McCandlish, who worked in the defense industry, gives what's called a battlefield advantage. So if you can create weather conditions which cripple your enemy,
which is us,
might not be able to get flights off of the ground, it gives a strategic advantage over the enemy. I remember when the U.S. went in to invade Iraq, and there were intense sandstorms which literally crippled the Iraqi army. And somebody said to me, they said, you know, God is really on the side of the U.S. Look what he's doing. He's bringing all of these great sandstorms and crippling the Iraqis. And at the time, I believed it, you know, because...
You're not a nut. Get out there and tell people the truth. Ladies and gentlemen, can I have your attention, please? We are being sprayed with toxic chemicals from aircraft by the military jets spraying the public with toxic chemicals. The media won't report on it. The media will not report on it. We have to tell you. Now this is over my house today. You can see that is over my house. This is quite common now. Has been for the last 3 or 4 years that I've noticed it anyway. And look at all that over there. Look at all that over there. That is all man-made, fake chemtrail cloud. They're not real clouds. They're made from aircraft spraying toxic heavy metals. And God knows what else. Look, the whole sky is now absolutely crammed with this crap. Hi there, can I leave this with you, sir? Chemtrails, thank you very much. Thank you. You're not a nut. Get out there and tell people the truth. Ladies and gentlemen, can I have your attention, please? We are being sprayed with toxic chemicals from aircraft by the military jets spraying the public with toxic chemicals. won't report on it. The media will not report on it. We have to tell you.
Now this is over my house today. You can see that is over my house. This is quite common now. Has been for the last 3 or 4 years that I've noticed it anyway. And look at all that over there. Look at all that over there. That is all man-made, fake chemtrail cloud. They're not real clouds. They're made from aircraft spraying toxic heavy metals. And God knows what else. Look, the whole sky is now absolutely crammed with this crap. Over there too. And above, right above my house. There you go. Lovely, isn't it? Look at this stuff. And it extends over there. You see it? It went like that. You see? And all that in the distance.
They're being sprayed with military jets with aluminium oxide, barium salts, chemicals, bacteria, and red blood cells every day around the world. These are military jets spraying the public. The media won't report on it. They cannot. They're not allowed to report on it. So we have to go out into the public and tell you that it's happening. That people are getting ill. People are getting asthma and flu-like symptoms. Allergies are through the roof. Your doctors will tell you that. So please look up chemtrails. They're chemical trails.
If you do so,
Thank you.
What you're looking for. So I mean, if you're
Some information about that. Actually, really, military are spraying the public with toxic chemicals.
Look at that one above my house. Ridiculous.
Hi, this is Patrick Lynch from the Free Truth Show, reporting from Dorset in England. We're being sprayed today with chemtrails, geoengineering, aerosol, death dumps, chemtrails from unmarked military jets. Please, I'm making an appeal for people to tell as many other people as possible about this. Not enough people know about it. I've been doing this for 3 years and still not enough people know about it. There's thousands of people around the world making videos like these, like the ones I make on chemtrails every day, and still not enough people know about it. It's aluminium oxide, it's barium, it's strontium, it's bacteria, it's ethylene dibromide, polymers, red blood cells, for God's sake. We're being poisoned from the air by aircraft, unmarked military jets. Where's the RAF? Nowhere. Complicit. Where's the government? No answer. Complicit. Help us tell as many people as possible. If you've got an old camera somewhere, just get it out and point it at the sky. Make as much, flood the YouTube and Facebook, Fedbook crap with as much information as you can. Flood the internet with all the information you can. Everybody make a video. Everybody take a picture. Everybody, come on. Everybody's being poisoned, so everybody should be doing something. Don't mind about people thinking you're a nut. They're dead. Up here and in here. You're not a nut. Get out there and tell people the truth about you being murdered and your family being murdered and children being murdered and animals and the environment being destroyed. Get out there and tell them now.
You get the whole lot for £20.
Well, that was excellent. I was standing with the chemtrail posters like that, the chemtrail flyers, and somebody came up to me and said, I'll have one of those, mate. Yeah, the fluoride's banned in the water as well, at a local lab. Fluoride's banned in the water. I've been working up at the Olympics. He said, as a ground worker, and he said, I don't like the fluoride in the water, and he said, do you still think there's something going to happen at the Paralympics? I said, well, a false flag attack is still possible. I mean, look at this. Here we are, guys. Can I give you one of these chemtrail leaflets?
We've got one, you was on before.
Oh, great. Thanks very much. Good stuff. Photo opportunity, look. Photo opportunity. Royal Marine Commandos. Oh. When you grow up, you too can fire a gun and kill people like us. Professionally. Hi, can I give you one of these?
I got one yesterday.
Did you? Oh, great, great. Good on. Oh, yes, I remember, yeah.
Well done, mate.
You had a good weekend, yeah?
Yeah, we'll do.
Excellent. All right, please look this up. That chemtrail is very bad for us. We need your help. We need you to arrest your superiors, actually, at some point. Yeah? You're the future. Yeah, and one lad was coming up to me, as a Royal Marines Commandos there, one lad was coming up to me and said, I'll have one of them, fluoride's really bad and it's New World Order, and have you seen that Illuminati clock coming down? So people are, and he described themselves as awake, so that's a bonus. Random people coming up, people are waking up, folks, yeah. Bit of an oversized deck chair.
We're under attack. We're under a massive attack across the planet, and I don't see the next generation being fit enough to stop it. We're probably the last generation fit enough and healthy enough to understand what's happening. If we're told, the media will not report on it. The governments are not allowed to talk about it. It's a massive black operation hidden in plain sight. The most extreme example that's hidden in plain sight, as you can ever imagine. All you've got to do, folks, is look up in the sky and see the trails for yourself. And the water samples, it's poisoning the rivers, the environment, it's just... The elite are blackening the earth, and it's been going on about 15 years. My question to you, Mr. Springmeier, you understand the different levels, the multifaceted attacks on the human mind through mind control, through triggers. We know that they have, from your chart, that they have whole charts of how to do it, and it's very exact science for them. What kind of implant would you give these pilots, knowing what they're spraying? What would you say to a pilot before he gets up and pushes that button? What kind of mind control must these thousands of pilots be under?
Wow, that is a good question. I've never been asked that question before and never thought about it. Yes, what would motivate somebody to turn off their humanity and to do this? One of the ways that the mind control works is a lot of the people don't really fully understand what they're being called to do. For instance, an assassin, when he comes up and pulls the trigger, he may be under the illusion that the gun that he has in his hand, because he's been hypnotized, to think that this is just a toy gun and he's just playing something out. And so one doesn't know exactly what runs through the mind of these pilots when they do this. But you're right, it has to be hundreds and thousands of pilots that are doing this. A lot of times, like you say, it's a military plane, and I know when I was in the military, they had trained me to just follow orders. That's the only way that the military is going to work, is for people to mindlessly jump when they're told to jump, mindlessly carry out an order when they're given an order. And so they may well just simply be following orders, but then there may be another part of the population of guilty pilots that have been given hypnotic suggestions that suggest all kinds of things, so that they really aren't aware of what they're doing. While we're on the subject, I think the two most prominent events in my life that prove beyond a doubt, I mean beyond a shadow of a doubt, about the chemtrails, and because some of our listening audience may still have some doubts, but
sure.
A young man sent me a film that was made of one of the planes, and you can actually see the pilot. There was a plane that came up upon one of these planes that was doing the chemtrails, and you can actually see the pilot flips off the switch on the chemtrails, and the plane quits creating chemtrails, and then at a certain point he switches it back on and starts making some new chemtrails. It's not it's not a contrail, and you can clearly see the whole process. Another event that happened that in my life is one day I looked up in the air, and it was a checkerboard pattern, just like the lines on a chessboard, except it was far more extensive than the lines on a chessboard. But you had a series of maybe, I don't know, 20, 25 parallel lines going one direction, and then the other direction were chemtrails of about 20 or 25 perpendicular to them going the other direction. People, these are not planes making this. This is when you see lines across the sky parallel in one direction and then a whole checkerboard pattern in the other. This is chemtrails. You can't account for this kind of I mean, the entire sky was covered with this. And how people can go about their daily lives and not realize that we're being sprayed, it really shows how people have just gotten themselves into a state of mind that that they almost believe that their government's like their mom. You know, mom can't do any wrong. Incredible, absolutely incredible. Yeah, so those two things in my own life were events that there was no way to get around, facing the honest facts of, like what Patrick is saying, we're being sprayed, they're doing these chemtrails, and it's being done right above us, right on top of us. Time to wake up, isn't it?